guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Melissa. If you're already a subscriber to my page, thank you for coming back. If you are new, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that ring bell notification. So let's get into it. So today's video, I am going to be going through 5 tips that I like to use that try to help me stay on my cleaning game. And you guys, with these tips, I don't use these tips every single day. I am human, but I try to do them at least like 5 days of the 7 days every week to try to help me out. I think there's some really good tips that will help you guys. So let's get on into the tips. Well, before we get into the tips, this video is also in collaboration with my YouTube friend Brittany. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hey guys, my name is Brittany. I am a wife and stay-at-home mom to 2 little girls. Over on my channel, you'll find a lot of cleaning motivation along with some cooking, lifestyle, and motherhood videos thrown in there as well. I hope that after you're finished watching Melissa's video, you'll head on over to my channel to see what tips I have to keep a clean and tidy home, especially with 2 little ones and a dog. Don't forget to let me know that she sent you in the comments, and I will see you over there.
Okay, you guys, so tip number 1 is to clean 1 room at a time. So for me, I find this to be very helpful because then I'm not distracted by going from room to room and like picking up items from one area and then items in another area, and then I don't feel accomplished. This way I'm able to just focus on just the room that I'm working on, and then it gets completely clean, and then I can move on to the next room without having to look back at the other. So in this case, if you're cleaning just your bedroom, then just completely clean that. If you're cleaning the living room, then you want to just focus on just the living room, and before moving on to any other area of your home. And just to tell you guys that something that I do personally for myself is it shouldn't take me no more than 10 minutes to clean a room. For me, if it takes me more than 10 minutes to clean a room, then that means that I need to declutter that room because there's too much stuff in there that I'm having to pick up or move around, or it's just I'm not seeing the room clearly. Now, this doesn't include me dusting and sweeping and mopping and things like that. This is just only focusing on tidying up the room. Okay, you guys, so moving on to tip number 2, and that is having a cleaning routine or making a to-do list. For me personally, I kind of like having a to-do list because that tells me each day the hot items that I really need to touch in the home or things I need to do outside of the home. And especially since being in quarantine, I'm not sure about you guys, but my routine of my everyday life totally changed. I'm home a lot more now, so I do write more things down that I need to get done. And with the kids running around, sometimes I forget certain things. So that way it's written down. I also have a routine that I do, and I'll be showing you guys that video in the future of what I do on my weekly cleaning routine as well. So moving on to tip number 3, and that is laundry. You guys, laundry can be so daunting for anybody. And if you guys have some awesome tips, I would love to know below. But what helps for me and my household is that I do 1 load of laundry per day. And this helps out so much because then I'm not stuck on a Saturday just doing all the laundry in one day, and that takes up the whole day and I can't spend time with my family. My husband works outside of the home, so when he comes in, especially with the coronavirus, it's easier for me to just throw a load of laundry in that he had on that day and go ahead and get it washed and get it dried. And before I go to bed that night, the last thing I try to do is fold that load of laundry. So it may sit in the dryer for a few hours, but I will get to it that night. And once I take it out of the dryer, I try to go ahead and make sure that I fold and hang up and put that laundry away immediately. I don't like my clothes to sit in the basket because then that leads on to another chore, and that requires me to start ironing everything. So I always put my laundry away. If it's in the basket, it does not sit in the basket. And that's just a personal thing for me that I try to incorporate in my everyday. guys, so moving on to tip number 4, and that is declutter and wiping down your countertops. For me, anytime that I see things on my countertops, I felt like it looked cluttered, and I personally don't like it. So I try and keep my countertops free of large appliances, especially ones that I don't use every day. I usually pull those out, we use it, and then I put them away. That way those large bulky items don't make your countertop look like it's just cluttered and like it's not clean when it may be really clean. For me, I keep my large appliances in my pantry on the top shelf, and that is where I keep like my pressure cooker, my crock pot, my toaster oven, and these are things that I don't use every day, so it definitely works for us to keep those in a different location than on my countertop. Now, for you guys, you may use certain things every day, so you may want to leave those out. And even when I'm cooking and when I'm cooking dinner, I also try and keep my countertops clean as well. If there's large pots or drainers or things that I use, normally I try to hand wash those, and that way they're not just piling up in the sink. Or if there's things in the sink, I try to go ahead and load those into the dishwasher, and that way those items are not just sitting out on the counter as well. And as far as wiping your counters down, I don't know about you guys, but my countertops with the kids throughout the day, you know, being home for the summer, my countertops get stuff on them. I don't know who put them there, I don't know when they put them there, but my countertops have to be wiped down several times a day. And for me, I use the Method Granite Countertop Cleaner, Daily Cleaner, and that way it keeps a shine. I have to, you know, I wipe them down. I keep the cleaner close by. I actually keep it underneath my kitchen sink, and that way it's close by, and that way I can just whip it out. Anytime that I walk in the kitchen and I see things, you know, something that may be sticky, I can just grab that Granite countertop cleaner and just wipe it off. And this is what I mentioned earlier. That way when we're done eating dinner, only dishes that are in your sink is maybe the dishes that you actually ate dinner with. And that way you can just throw those into the dishwasher every night before you go to bed. And then start that dishwasher, and then in the morning when you get up, all you have to do is just put those dishes away from the night that washed the night before, and you're starting each day with a clean dishwasher to load throughout the day, and that way your sink's not dirty throughout the day. Because I don't know about you guys, but once I'm done cooking and I've eaten and my tummy is full, all I want to do is just sit down. I don't feel like cleaning a kitchen with everything that I have cooked dinner with and then having to sweep and mop the floor that night. The chances are it's not going to get done. So this way we stay on top of it as we cook and it's all done. And then the same thing goes for cleaning the countertops, also goes for in the bathroom. This is a guest bathroom, so we try to keep this bathroom very simple, clean, and that way the countertops are clean. When I'm in here to use the restroom really quickly, I'll just wipe the countertops off with this Method cleaner, and that way it's really quick. It's just freshened up, there's no fingerprints, and is ready for use in less than a minute. Same thing goes for the toilet. I'll also spray this Method cleaner just around the side of the commode as well as in the toilet, and just swish the brush around. I do have 2 boys, and if you guys have boys, you totally understand what I mean. You have to keep the bathroom, especially around the toilet commode, clean, because you just have to do it. So this took me less than a minute to just wipe the countertops off and clean around the commode really quick. Even in fast motion, it was fast. I keep my cleaning product on hand in the bathroom. That makes it so much easier just to pull it out real quick and clean up. This bathroom is available for them to use at any time. So this brings me to tip number 5, my final tip for you today. And this is to have a home for your everyday items. So everyday items, I mean like mail comes every day, a place to hang your keys on the key rack, maybe your purse. You know, when you come in, you want to be able to put your purse down somewhere. Sometimes you can't get to the mail each and every day. So this way, even though you can't go through it, it's not sitting here on your counter. You can just kind of look through it if you want, and then you can go put it in its home. And that way your countertops and places stay clean. See, now your mail is in its home and everything looks nice and neat in its place. All right, guys. Well, that brings us to the end. I hope that you guys saw a tip or two that you can use in your home. Also, leave me a comment below. Tell me what tips that you may have that could possibly help me in my home. And also, tell me if you are going to use any of the tips that I suggested today that I use to keep my house tidy. Also too, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and help support my my channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and that way you don't miss any motivational uploads from me. I post videos every week. Sometimes I post 2 videos a week. I would love to have you become a part of this channel, and that way you can don't miss another upload from me. But until then, I will talk to you later. Bye.